Hey guys, what's up? And good morning from Seoul, wherever you are. I am I'm a little sleepy. It's 5:40 a.m. But uh, got my coffee. I'm functional. Let's go. Just gonna take things chill. I think for this whole week, my streams are gonna be pretty chill. There's not gonna be a clear plan for them, at least not yet. When I decide that I have a plan, that I have a plan. Until then, I'm just gonna be chilling and trying to stream. Right now, I think I'll be streaming for around 40-ish minutes. Until like 6:20-ish, 6:30, 6:20. So, just gonna be doing a couple basics. Hang on, my screen isn't showing. All right, there we go. Yeah, so gonna be doing some basics, meaning what am I doing? I don't even know. Let's do Wordle. All right. So if you do not want a spoiler, if you do not want a spoiler for Wordle, you should not. Okay, you should not watch this part. You should like turn your screen off and come back and or yeah, you can just turn your screen off or just look away from your screen for like 5 minutes. Here we go. How am I? I'm good. I'm chill. So I'm choosing this word because I get two vowels, but also like R and T and H. They're very common letters. All right, I got that. I got that. I got that one letter. I'm gonna try to speak as generally as possible. um, and then S. Now the P is not as common, so maybe I'll use a C. Okay, because we didn't have the E and the A. So here we go. Three, two, one. Ooh, painful. Oh, interesting. Huh. That's an interesting ending for a word. Like, we could do a word like that, but now, obviously, that would be no. Well, I already used this. So the only other vowel that's remaining is this. Or we could be reusing this vowel over here. That would be very strange. Like, nope, that would not work. Yeah, I mean, like we already used that first letter, and we already used this, and we already used this, and we already used this. So we don't want to use it again because we already know they're not right. So you want to use words that are letters that are inside the keyboard that have not been used. So this little vowel over here is actually pretty promising. For example, huh? This is such a strange word, huh? Like, huh? Hang on. Let me try to imagine this one. Okay, if it ends with these two vowels together, that would be very strange. That would be very strange. So I'm gonna not. Okay, how about this? If I have the first vowel over here, huh? Wow, that's very strange. Okay, but I want to. You know what? I have a little. I'm getting a little greedy. Actually, that's an English. I'm translating a Korean phrase into English, and it's meaning the wrong thing. Of getting a little greedy is the wrong phrase. I'm trying to say, like I feel like I feel like going for it. Oh my god, I cannot. I don't remember how to speak English. What the hell? I feel like going for it, and I really want to get this in 3 moves because literally these two last letters that I got is so constrained that I feel like I can get it in 3 moves. Okay, 3 moves is really hard to do. So let me think. So if we start with this, so I'm thinking of fish, but that fish would have the 4 other letters in front. Huh. Huh. That's strange. I mean, that'd be very weird. Okay. No. Okay, maybe this. Oh no, 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 no. If it was with like a OT or something, that'd be easier. Oh, dude, what the heck? I feel like there's a word for this, but I can't know. I don't know what that is. I feel like there's a word for this. Dude, what the heck? This word is so crazy. So, this would be very strange, honestly, but that is at least one word that I could try. But I don't want to try it on that one because that does seem a little. Oh, isn't this? Oh, hey. Wait. But yeah, yeah. Because we can't use the other vowel. The, I mean, we can't use this vowel. So. Hang on. Oh, hang on. That would be much more normal. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I think this would be it. I think this would be it. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Yeah. No, yo. So, Joe, your last word would also not work because that is a reuse of that would be a reuse of this letter over here that I'm pointing at with my mouse. It would be a reuse of, and then it would also be a reuse of this letter, right? You have to avoid the letters that we already used because it already shows that these are black. They're not actually in the word. All right. It's been a long time since I got a 3. I don't know why, but my stats all reset. Oh, what? 3 is my most common. Yo, I'm dope. Yo, I am very good. I'm the goat. Okay, that's good for Wordle. And I don't want to do vocabulary.com. Too tired. And I guess I should do. I guess I should do my YouTube comments. Yeah, let's go over YouTube comments real quick. You know what? Oh, what? I haven't. There was somebody who. Hang on. I guess I replied to everybody. Okay, wait. I'm kind of confused because I vaguely remember there being a notification. Oh, it's just spam. Okay. Oh, no, it's not spam. Oh, I already replied to this. Very confusing. Okay, I don't know why I get this notification when I already replied. Alright, well, forget that. So slow. My computer. Oh, I forgot that it's all right here anyway. Oh. Okay, well. Now, you know what? I want to get my creative juices going. And man, it looks like it's very difficult to do any music on YouTube. I can't share music on YouTube because of copyright claims. Yo, this nonsense is like the worst. I mean, the American, I don't know why we have to pollute the world with our stupid copyright laws. It'd be so much like you'd have so much more content unlocked if you just like at an aggregate level, if people just like let everyone just like sample things. Anyway, I don't know. Annoying. So putting copyright law to the side real quick, I wanna talk about. So I want to sort of do like a quick little poetry exercise, because I kind of want my brain to, like, I like the effect that trying to do a little bit of poetry every day. I like the effect that it has on me. So I honestly want to be listening to music personally, but whatever. Let's skip the music for now. So a couple ideas that's on my mind is, you know what? This honestly could just be straight up YouTube, not a stream, but like an actual YouTube content thing where I just go through these videos. Yeah, I'll save that for later. What I'll do instead is first I'll do the what are they called? Ars Poetica. Let's go to Ars Poetica. The Poetry Foundation, man, they go so hard, man. They do so many things. Okay. So on the one hand, Ars Poetica, they really center like modern poets. You know, I wonder if it's like a modern. I wonder what it is actually. Is it the Poetry Foundation that's centering LGBTQ voices, or is it that the LGBTQ? Is it that poetry has become a haven for the LGBTQ community? A safe, when I say haven, it might have a negative connotation, but I just mean like a sort of safe shelling point. Let's use like a technical term, a shelling point for the LGBTQ community, or what? Because I on the one hand, I kind of, I mean, first of all, I support the LGBTQ community and yes, it's awesome to have a safe space where you can communicate. On the other hand, okay, this one's maybe not. This one's yes. This one probably is. This one's not. But like, I have been reading primarily LGBTQ poetry here, and my natural interest in poetry is not political or like quasi political. My interest in poetry is actually pretty highly formal. Like, I like formal poetry. I like technical poetry, and the political movement. There are so many important things in the world, and I think poetry is not one of them. Poetry is not important. Poetry is not important. It's like the least important thing. But it's just like how music is not important. Music is not important. It's unimportant. You're just doing it because it feels good. Same thing with poetry. And I kind of want that. I don't want to be thinking about the world all the time when I'm reading poetry, and about important things. That's just not my vibe. It's not my vibe with poetry. But I'm reading so many of these. So like on the night I consider coming out to my parents, just like I kind of don't want to read it. Sex Camel, I don't want baby girl asking me if it hurts to give birth. That might be interesting, actually. But I want something less about lived experience. I want more poetry, like fucking around with words poetry. And I don't know where to get that, honestly, right? Where do I get fucking around with words poetry rather than living my life and expressing it creatively poetry? Like, I want less life, more fucking around with words. Like, I don't know how else to say that. So, why do I support them? I think, I'll just one sentence answer. Yo, they're human. They have biological urges. Can be confusing. And honestly, at the end of the day, I don't really care what other people do with their sexuality. Like, it doesn't bother me. So if they want something, they say what they want, and they really say they need it, and they are desperately needing it, then I'm just gonna believe them. Why not? Just believe them. They're not bothering me. And plus, I don't have the time and energy to think about every single claim of theirs. Hey, do you really need what you need? Like, I'm not their dad. I'm not their like curmudgeonly governor who's trying to restrict their rights, restrict their access to like public bathrooms and like I'm not about small government, and I'm not the gatekeeper of the small government. That's not me. I think our government should probably be better funded. There should be more infrastructure. American infrastructure is a fucking joke. It's like go out to the rest of the world and compare American infrastructure to the rest of the world's infrastructure. We're just so hostile to our own people. It's insane. But anyway, that's a whole political rant that I can get on. I think I think in America we're pretty cruel to the people who don't to the people who are not making it. And we're pretty cruel to the people on the margins. Actually, it just kind of gets complicated. Like, I have to have more careful word choice here, but I'm not ready for careful word choice at 6 a.m. in the morning. So, so you know what? Pause. All I'm saying is I'm not the gatekeeper of a small government. I'm not their dad. And even if I were their dad, I would still be like, hey, consider very deeply what you need and want in life, what's going to make you happy, and let's work on that, right? That's my only real constraint here. So, yeah, I'll believe people when they say they really, really need something. Until they start asking they really, really need something from me, then I'll start thinking about, well, what can I actually give or not give? So that's my sort of broad, sort of flippant position on this. Now moving on to plus, by the way, guys, there's like insane suicide rates and insane poetry. I just said poetry. It's right in front of me. Insane poverty. Poetry leads to poverty, inadvertently. So anyway, insane poverty rates that are associated with the LGBTQ community, and just like lack of healthcare. So there's so many problems, and they're real problems. So those are real things that are affecting real people's lives. I think that also matters. Now this alarm's going off, but it's not being answered. Give me a sec. Beep, beep, beep. Hey Google, stop. All right, let's go. All right, now that I've already said all that, now I kind of want to read it. Oh, wait, not this one. This one's from 2 years ago. Now I kind of want to do something more recent. Here we go.
My name is Andrea Gibson. I'm a poet and writer, and I'm going to be sharing a poem of mine titled Acceptance Speech After Setting the World Record.
So for me, right here, the world record in Goosebumps is a level, it's like a tonal, the the world record in Goosebumps is funny in like a way that I'm not super interested in, right? Like the world record in Goosebumps, there's a funniness because of course you're never gonna do a world record in Goosebumps, but it's like it's because it's almost embarrassing to have Goosebumps, right? So it's like funny, but it's not my style. But we'll see. Oh, and then acceptance speech, which creates pomp and circumstance around it, right? That also is like funny, and maybe it'll be really funny. Maybe I'll really like Andrea Gibson's humor. But right now, I'm like skeptical. I'm like, okay, here we go.
In Goosebumps. I wrote this poem after I received a prompt from my partner in which she said, write a poem in which...
You know, You Better Be Lightning is such a good title. I like that. So we'll see. I'm kind of now that's like tempering my expectation, my skepticism here.
You accept a fictional award. It was a great writing prompt. I really suggest.
And I love this part of our Ars Poetica where they zoom in. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Zoom. Boom. I love that.
Acceptance.
I love that. I just fucking love that.
Speech after setting the world record in Goosebumps. I wasn't by any means a natural.
Wasn't by any means natural. So this is continuing the joke, okay? Which again, I don't love this joke. I wasn't naturally born to do Goosebumps. Okay, let's see what happens.
Was not one of those wow hounds born jaw dropped. I was tough in the husk, went years untouched by rain, took shelter.
Okay, so we're contrasting the like fearful goosebumpy person and like the tough person. So I wasn't expecting that, at least, so I'm a little surprised by it. But I don't like tough in the husk. I don't like that phrase right now. I don't know why. I don't like. Maybe I'll like it later, but right now I don't.
Shelter seriously, even and often, especially in good weather.
Huh. That one's interesting.
My tears like teenagers hiding under the hoods of my eyes, so committed they were to never falling for the joke of astonishment.
My tears were like teenagers hiding under the hoods of my eyes. Okay. I really don't like the title of this poem, but I'm getting it. There's like I love the velocity towards like we're hinting at like these poor, maybe homeless teenagers. I'm like, when we're hinting at the hard, tough skinned, and a lot of LGBTQ youths. I'm guessing because Andrea Gibson said partner that she might be LGBTQ. She, you know, a lot of them are actually homeless. It's actually a real problem. It's like even worse when it's like their Christian parents like kicking them out of the house. Sometimes that happens too. That's insane. But yeah, I'm gonna keep going.
When I was told there were 7 wonders of the world, I trusted the math, believed I had seen none of them. Of course, beauty hunted me. It hunts everyone. But I outran it, hid in worry, regret, the promise of an afterlife or a week's end.
For over here, this now we're pretty into my lived experience expressed creatively through poetry thing. I personally, this is where I would like wish, on the one hand, this intensity of experience is interesting. But again, I don't want to be this serious when I'm reading poetry. God, I don't know how. I just want people. I just want to fuck around with words.
Then one day, in a red velvet theater in New Orleans, I watched Maya Angelou walk on stage. 17 slow steps to the mic. She took a breath before speaking. I could hear God being born in that breath. My every pore reached out like a hand pointing to the first unsinkable lotus in the bayou of the universe.
These images are interesting.
I'd never felt anything like it. Searched the encyclopedia for the feeling's name when I
Maya
got
Angelou.
home.
Okay.
Goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
Afterward, I thought, I can do this. Started training morning to
I really don't like this part. This part of like training Goosebumps. I don't like this humor that no longer works, but it's not humor. It's something else. It's like a weird, ironic thing where you grew up. Like on the one hand, there's the actual human experience, and I'm not trying to comment on the human experience. The human experience is growing up inured and desensitized, you know, and coming to be more sensitized, coming to feel more things, coming to understand beauty. In fact, I even know what this is. I was like this to some extent. I mean, I don't know if this speaker's experience and my experience are the same at all. Probably not. But like, I remember feeling like, holy shit, I kind of shut myself off from things that are pleasurable or beautiful. Like because I'm being hard. I'm like, I need to focus on the hard reality of my shitty life. You know, I remember this when I was younger. But damn, why train? You know, why this joke? Why this? Like, it's not me commenting on the life experience. Why poetry? This could be this could be like a memoir or like a prose poem. I don't know.
night.
All right, here we go.
Crowbar swinging like a pendulum at
The
the
figure
wall
skater,
of
what's
my
up?
chest toward the caution
By the way, Joe, you keep retracting your messages, so I can't see any of them.
tape off my life and let
You know what? Actually, no. I'm not gonna force myself to go through a poem right now. When again, I've already said this up at the beginning. Like, the lived experience poetry is not my jam right now. I want more. I want fucking around with words. So you know what? I'm gonna read somebody that I just want. Like, I just want someone reliably, something that I like reliably enjoy. So let me go with. Do I want Frank O'Hara right now? Do I feel like I kind of feel like Kenneth Koch right now? I feel like Kenneth Koch. Let's do Kenneth Koch. Kenneth Koch. Which poem should I go for? On the one hand, I love Ars Poetica's format. On the other hand, I kind of wish we had more like avant-garde and artsy poetry. Where's this kind of changed. This is all changed. So I'm looking for, oh, it's at the top now? Okay. Interesting. Fresh air. No. I kind of feel like I need fresh air. No, let's do Down on the Docks. It's short. I want to do... Nice little like messed up lyrical poetry. Here we go. It's been a long time. Okay. Down at the dock. I can't do D sounds right now. Down at the docks. Down at the docks where everything is sweet and inclines at night to the sound of canoes. I planted a maple tree, and every night beneath it I study the cosmos. Down at the docks. You know, I am just suddenly realizing something. No, but this is way later. Sitting at the dock of the bay. This is how many years later? This is like, what year was this? Sitting on the dock of the bay. This is 1967. And Down at the Docks came out probably, way before. Yeah. So never mind. There's no pop culture reference here. Plus, I don't think Kenneth Koch was somebody who was listening to like Motown. So, yeah, that wouldn't make a lot of sense. Anyway, here we go. Sweet ladies, listen to me. The dog is made of wood. I love that line. It's so funny. Okay. Sweet ladies, listen to me. The dock is made of wood. The maple tree is not made of wood. It is wood. Wood comes from it as music comes from me and from this mandolin I've made out of the maple tree. Jealous gentlemen, study how wood comes from the maple. Then devise your love so that it seems to come from where all is it, yet something more. White spring flowers and leafy bough. Jealous gentlemen. Arrogant little waves knocking at the dock. It's for you I've made this chanson. For you and that big, dark blue. Okay, I feel good. That's what I needed. I just needed a little bit of light poetry. This has like it's so intense trying to talk about like anything almost potentially political on a stream. God, I feel so unfree when I like when we're talking about other people's lived experiences. It's just too much. Like, I don't want to always comment on people's lives, you know. I just want to talk about. I just want to have like a fun little experience, which poetry can be. Okay, moving on. A much harder poem, but I want to read this. It's been a while. So this poem must have started as a little joke to himself about railway versus rainway. So probably Kenneth Koch had just this first line in mind. Like how do I mess with the idea of railway and then move forward. Here we go. I set forth one misted white day of June beneath a great Atlantic rainway and heard. Honestly, you smite worlds of truth, but lose your own trains of thought like a pigeon. Did you once ride in Kenneth's machine? Yes, I rode there, an old man in shorts, blind, who had lost his way in the filling station. Kenneth was kind. The filling station. Is this a joke? Is this like a thing or not a thing? That's my first question. Oh, it's a thing. It's a thing. What is a filling station? It's a word that exists. And now this is a bar. Oh, it's a filling. That is not a word I had ever known. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Well, okay, I'll work with that. Did he fill your motionless years with resonance and stain? Yo, this has Wallace Stevens vibes. Although I don't think Kenneth Koch liked Wallace Stevens. Did he fill your motionless years with resonance and stain? No, he spoke not as a critic, but as a man. And Kenneth Koch hates critics. Tell me, what did he say? He said, my eyes are the white sky, the gravel on the groundway, rainway, my sad lament. And yet he drives between the two. Exactly, Jane. And that is the most modern idea of fittingness, to always in motion lose nothing. I like this, actually, this fittingness, to be losing nothing but always in motion. And here we're in motionless. I'm actually overwhelmed right now, but I like this feeling. Although beneath the rainway they move in threes and twos, completely ruined for themselves, like moving pictures. Which is interesting. Moving pictures are always in motion. They're also losing nothing, I guess, whatever that means. But how other? But how other? What does this other refer to right now? That is always. Have I learned Scratch? No, I'm not. I've never learned. Never learned programming. Although I feel like one day I probably should. I think it'd be fun. That might be a stream in the future when I decide to learn programming. Formulalessness. Formula. That's a hard word. That's also not a very pretty word. Formulalessness. To go from the sun into love's sweet disrepair. That's such a great phrase. God damn it. He would fondly express rain trees, which is not a poem. Rain trees. Still, it is mysterious. Now I'm losing track of who's the speaker, but whatever. I'm going to move on. Still, it is mysterious to have an engine that floats bouquets. And one day, in the rear vision mirror of his car, we vowed delight, the insufficiency of the silverware in the sunlight, the dreams he steals from and smiles. Losing gain. Wow, that's the insufficiency. We vowed delight, the insufficiency of the silverware in the sunlight, the dreams he steals from and smiles. Losing gain. What's this? Losing gain. That's like this crazy, grammatically very hard to parse. Okay. Yet always beneath the rainway, unsyntactical beauty might leap up. Oh my god, I forgot. It's such a funny, it's such a, dude. You know, he's like kind of trolling you. He trolls you with this losing game. He trolls you. Oh my god, I just got had because this is not syntactical, and then he trolls you like this. Yet always beneath the rainway, unsyntactical beauty might leap up, and then like now he's just like kind of, he's like making fun of me right now. That we might sing from smiles ravines, rose the reverse of everything, may be profaned or talked at like a hat. By the way, the rose is such like this cliched image in poetry and not in poetry, right? So defining it in this way, the reverse of everything, is kind of an interesting definition. A rose, which is the reverse of everything, which doesn't make any sense in any literal way, but like, what if it were? It may be profaned. We can profane the rose, or we can talk at it like a hat, which is like this weird. Oh, that was sweet and short, like the minuet of stars, which would permit us to seem our best friends by silver's eminent lights. Her nature is so small, ends falsely reign, distending the time we did behind for our hope. Distending the time we did behind our hope for body work, writing with Kenneth. Their voicing ceased, then started again to complain that we are offered nothing when it starts to rain in the same way, though we are dying for the truth. Yeah. That's what I want. That's what I needed. All right. It's 6:20, so I'm gonna go soon. But how do I express my feeling here about this, right? It's just, I just really need I like reading the poetry of people who are hyper nerdy about words and kind of are having fun with words. And I guess that's the difference. It's like, if you're not making inside jokes to other hyper nerdy people who are really having fun with words, like these inside jokes that no normal people will not understand, okay? It's jokes from one hyper nerdy word person to another hyper nerdy word person, right? And if you're not making those inside jokes, you're not talking to me. You're not. And if you're not talking to me, And if you're telling me a story about yourself, then for me, I'm like, well, I would rather buy a novel or a memoir when I know about you. And like, if I want to hear your story about your life, not about your words, but about your life, if I want to hear a story about your life, I want to know who you are. And then I want to decide whether to listen to that story, right? And I think that's my problem with with lived experience poetry. It's it's like I'm actually not that I'm not always interested in people's lives, you know? I'm just not. And I think there are other people in the world who are, but I'm just not that interested. I'm more interested in words. Ah. Whew. And I want to, yeah. So I want to hear people effing, like just like messing around with words, and maybe saying things that are occasionally truthful in this very weird way, that doesn't have necessarily anything to do with that person's life. You know, it's uh, like here. You know, Kenneth Coe kind of refers to himself here. Like he makes himself out to be like this sort of strange driver of a car, I guess, or of a machine of some sort. And this machine kind of messes you up, but it's sort of abstract and it's hard to know what he's talking about. But they're like driving kind of or something, or maybe they're in some sort of, I don't know. We have no idea what this machine is. But it's kind of hallucinogenic, you know. It's kind of like crazy. People kind of have very absurd conversations in this machine, and so it's not really about his life, you know. It's about imagination, creativity. It's about words. You know, that's what I want. Computer Scratch. I heard that Scratch was like a fun, almost what you see is what you get version of coding. I don't know a lot about it, but yeah. In school, they force you to do a lot of things, including coding and music and math, and you know. So it's hard to be joyful at school. You need to be joyful outside of school first, and then bring it into school, because school is not the natural breeding ground of joy. So find something that you really enjoy and see if you can connect that to things in school. I think that's the right order of operations for that. Okay, that's good enough for me. I'm gonna go, guys. Peace out. Get started on my day later.